Okay, hi guys, welcome back to the Audio Levels channel. Welcome back to another review, and today it's going to be the Kiwi Ears Cadenza. This is one of the more important budget earphones of the year in terms that I've tested. It comes in 4 different colors. It is very nicely made. I think it's a big step up from the KZ generic crap that's on the market. And it's tuned really, really nice, and it is using a really good driver as well. So the real kicker for this is it's $35. Now, before we get into the review, as always, if you like the video, if you want to support the channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. And if you're already on your way back and you're watching another review, welcome back and thank you for sticking around. It means the world to me that you guys keep watching these videos. This is Kiwi Ears. Really good company. They make sort of mid-price stuff, and they've had a couple of decent hits, not like super hot, like lava hot IEM'S, but they've had a couple of really good solid releases, and I wasn't really expecting to see them. When I saw this, I didn't even look at the Kiwi Ears. I was expecting it to be some other cheaper brand, CCA, KZ, especially coming in this box, and I wouldn't be surprised if it came out the same factory, etc., etc. But this one is so well put together that it's hard to overlook, and it's very, very hard not to recommend it as one of the best, if not the best, IEM under $50. There's other ones in there that I like on sound. I still love the E3000. I still think that's a fantastic sounding earphone, but I think this has it beat, and it's less price, and it looks better, and it has detachable cables. This is testament to how good the hobby's getting, and I'm glad to see other companies come into the marketplace and get some of that multi-driver KZ nonsense. KZ's okay for me. It's definitely a step above the it's definitely a step above anything that Sony or Philips are going to bring out at their respective price points. But KZ have this habit of just throwing crap at a wall and hoping it's going to stick, and I don't like that. I don't like the way they get people to pre-order, and it's just a bit of a mess. Kiwi Ears, if they're positioning this as their budget earphone, they have absolutely knocked it out of the park for their first offering. There's a couple of caveats in that. Sorry, I put it in upside down, so it's actually this way around. As always, everything is reboxed, and I have a few different colours of these here as well that I've been listening to. The one I wanted to show you, though, was the green version, because I like this sort of swirl on it. They all have this similar pattern on it, but I just thought the green looked really, really classy, really, really nice. Nicely presented there, and I'll take the cable out. We'll talk about the ear tips first. The ear tips, not brilliant quality. They're very generic ear tips. You have the harder silicone, the softer silicone, and then you have this more grippy sort of in the middle in terms of hardness. I think that's a pretty good selection of ear tips. You're definitely not going to have a problem finding something that fits, although you might have a problem getting something that grips. So is it worth buying something like that as less fits for this? No, I don't think so. But if you wanted to do that and you wanted to spend an extra $10 or something like that, the link's in the description below if you want to check out the other ear tips that I recommend. These ones are going to do the job just fine, and I actually found myself okay with these grey tips with the red backing on them. No brand tips, but still very good performance. Now, cable, what do you expect for $35? I expect to get a cable. I expect to get a trash KZ cable like the KZ cables of old. Did I get that? No, although this kind of strikes me as a bit of a KZ cable. It is surprisingly supple, surprisingly devoid of memory retention. Does it feel great? No, it doesn't. It feels a little bit plasticky, but it's not hard. It's quite supple. It flows well. Right angle 3.5mm connector, which I really like, and it's terminated in 2-pin with metal hardware at the ends. In the middle you get the splitter, which is just the cable cinch, which is just plastic, but the splitter is metal itself. So I would say this goes above and beyond for what I would expect for an earphone at $35, and that's without even getting into the build quality. The thing is, the KZ earphones feel cheap. CCA earphones feel cheap. These don't feel cheap. They don't feel premium, but they feel well made. They feel well put together. They just feel really nice in the hand. They're very lightweight. They've got a medium depth insertion, maybe a medium shallow side of things. But they give a really good seal. For medium to small ears, you're going to be able to get that depth that you need. Small ears, I think they're too big in diameter to get a really good fit on them. So girls, I'm sorry. Not that any girls watch this channel anyway. Well, hi Sophie. This is just a classy design, and I think it's reaching far beyond what other stuff in the past, like as I say, KZ and CCA with their, I find them really cheap looking at this point. This just from a distance isn't going to look much more different than any other resin shelled earphone. Now let's talk about what's on the inside of it, and you actually have a beryllium driver. Why beryllium? Oh, the driver itself is going to be harder. It's going to be less resistant to deflection. It's going to be less resistant. It's going to be more resistant to distortion and stuff like that. And just if you've got a beryllium coating or a beryllium driver, it's going to be a harder material, and it's going to give you, in theory, better sound, and it certainly does here. So to bring beryllium in at $35 with this build quality, with the accessories package, and with this sort of styling, I think it's excellent. It's just an all-round good sounding earphone. It has good bass. Sub bass is more than adequate. Mid-bass response is not the cleanest I've heard, but it's present and it's got good speed on it. The mid-range has a slight tint of warmth to it. It has good weight in the vocals, good weight on chords, stringed chords, good weight on piano, things like that. Sounds absolutely fantastic. Soundstage is bigger than I expected. Treble extension, not too bad. It actually drops off at the top end of it, but it makes it very easy to listen to, works well with a wide variety of music. This is your all-around entry-level audiophile earphone, and it has much better detail retrieval than, I know like these KZs and stuff, they're throwing in balanced armatures, but they're throwing in crap balanced armatures, where this seems to be using a very good beryllium dynamic driver. And yeah, the sound on this overall is better than that. It's better than the other things that I can think off the top of my head, the KZs, the CCAs, the earphones that try and offer that audiophile thing by overwhelming you by drivers, whereas you can just put a good competent driver in a nice earphone, and yeah, this is one of the best. If I was spending under $50 at this point, let's say it this way, if I was to spend $50 on earphones at this point, it would be this, and I'd maybe budget in a little bit extra to upgrade the cable. But I think that's fantastic. It's fantastic sounding, it's fantastic looking, it's versatile, and yeah, value for money is absolutely off the chart. So this is one of the earphones of the year for me. Kiwi ears, Cadenza. Okay guys, I will see you on the next video. As I say, videos every day before Christmas, and we're going to next year there's something special coming. I can't say too much about it, but there's some special Chi-Fi stuff that nobody's talking about yet, and it's coming, and I'm excited about it. So subscribe to the channel for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.